But you change it every couple minutes or something.
Right. Now I got a zigzag.
I just rebooted this thing.
Well, it just flashed. I don't know if that means anything. Whatever. Oh, I was going to. Do you have a longer network cable than this?
Yeah. When it's in my room.
Okay. Because I thought this was maybe long enough to do underneath, but
It would have dropped down.
yeah. Oh, we're live again.
You are, at least. I'm glad that the audio, no audio.
What?
I'm glad we don't have that audio problem that kept coming. That was the weirdest thing. When it would drop the audio, and then I'd just like restart this, and then it would. I don't understand.
Audio from that thing?
Yeah, so, yeah, well, at one point when I was trying to run it through my computer, it would drop the audio and turn off the switch and turn it back on, and then.
Then sometimes you even tried setting it separately.
Right, when we sent it separately, then it wasn't really a problem. But
This dock does have an audio line in case you want to bypass it or come from a mixer.
What?
This is something else.
That hasn't. Okay.
Just like a headphone jack, but that's something to think about. So,
That's an audio in.
because
So if
otherwise,
you plug a microphone in here, you could have the announcement.
well,
Everyone else does this.
you'd probably want to get an output of that, I would
Right.
guess. The mixer down there. If you had a connection from like a main out down there, you could plug it in through the headphone jack here and then get proper audio whenever comes out of the PA system.
Well, that's what I was doing and plugging it into here.
Oh, you do have, or you will have that, like tomorrow?
No, because the only thing that's going through the board is the play, and we're not doing the play. We can't stream the
I
play.
mean, like they're just singing, and what about the people talking? Nobody's going to be talking on stage?
There's nothing. You're reading one piece, and I'm picking it up with that microphone down there and another microphone over by the choir.
And so it's just like somebody singing on the choir over there, and then the band playing, and handbells, like that's it. It's just
yeah.
just little musical segments.
Each one plays their own little piece, and
Interesting. Okay.
I mean we could, but I just didn't.
I think the people that are in charge of this concert aren't really the ones that think that stuff, like that flow kind of stuff. So.
Well,
You mean like
sometimes
the
Pops
musicians?
concerts- Sometimes the
No,
Pops
the
concerts-
It's 7, huh?
The directors.
That's what I meant. The Pops concert people.
Yeah.
But sometimes they'll have like little skits or something. I guess
Right.
that play thing.
It's just this play thing. This is Elizabeth's.
But even like,
You know Elizabeth, don't you? That's Sarah's friend? Okay.
introducing the next group, or they don't think that way.
I even asked if anybody was Laura, said, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
And she's in charge.
Well, that's the whole, this whole group is not used to drama and everything that goes with. I don't know, did I tell you? I'm redoing all the plans because the architect, the sound person labeled everything according to not traditional stage directions, like the pockets. Down right, I don't know how stage you are, down right should be from the audience, left toward us.
Stage right? Oh, you're saying.
Yeah, stage right. But he labeled everything according to audience, and then he called it stage. So stage right, any of his notes as to what chords or what's connected to there, any place, he has that labeled as left. But it's really stage right. Now and I'm surprised at that, because Sweetwater subbed that out, I guess. The whole sound system.
Was the guy that did Concordias.
Oh, is it the same one?
Same guy, because he did the one over there, and it's because his kids go there or something. So
Could be.
yeah.
Well, then, John, if you want a real challenge,
This one or that one?
that John.
Okay.
If you want a real challenge, you can see if you can figure out how to get these lights to be controllable by something.
The LED main house light? You just need somebody doesn't have to run back there and dim them.
Right, there are two controls, one there and there, that's locked, and then there's a black backstage one that right now has 12 little rocker switches that do things if you push them one and another way. And they're set up in a box there that theoretically we can preset any one of them. Now Concordia, see, that's where I talked to Don. And they were supposed to follow Concordia's system with our lights. But then something got messed up in the middle. And so we got a totally different company or whatever to control the lights in here, which can set up just those 12 different programs. Because Concordia has a light board that you can just do that with.
Yeah.
And we do have a light board that, if we can ever get some lights up where they belong, I guess I kind of rubbed Don a little the wrong way. So I started taking some lights from the old gym, thinking that maybe we can mount some of them here soon. I guess he told Weber, they might be using them over there. I have no idea how they would use them because the dimmers are gone. So, whatever. But I mean,
Well, so the firmware on here is from 2017, so I'm trying to update that.
well, I'm down to 16% on my computer,
On your old computer.
on my old computer. Was that you, Biggie?
Yeah.
Okay.
One call, so I have to have my phone on.
Oh.
I never, ever. Oh, Ann can see us, so way better.
Oh, hi, Ann. Oh, did you text her that you were?
I sent her the stream like half an hour ago.
Oh, okay. You know, I was going to talk to Elizabeth about doing those things, getting some kid to do those titles, and I forgot about chapel. And I looked in there and I saw these kids still coming into chapel. I thought, good, maybe before chapel starts. And I walked in and it was just the last 8th grade junior congregation, whatever, coming in. So I'm standing there and I see Elizabeth sitting in the middle of the crowd there, and I thought, oh no. And all of a sudden this little face pops up. Hi, Grandpa. Ben was in the middle of over there and he saw me.
Perfect.
I know.
So the firmware I just downloaded is older than what's on.
I'm gonna go get my room cleaned up for Friday.
Friday, tomorrow. I have no idea what day this week is.
Today's Wednesday. So we'll take care of this. My dad comes tomorrow at some point,
Oh, cool.
so I gotta have classroom cleaned because I can't do it on
So
Thursday.
he's coming for Grandparents' Day, huh?
No, just come. He's got the weekend free. So
But he'll be here for Grandparents' Day.
He will, but like they don't have it in the preschool. So Jackson preschool.
But Ben's has it.
But he's kindergarten.
He's kindergarten.
Right.
Okay. I didn't know there was. Huh?
That's the line.
Yeah, apparently that's the one.
Apparently that's the line.
Apparently that's the line we
I
dropped.
think anything in that building is in the preschool building and
Yeah.
whatever. Well, thank you.
I didn't do anything. I just came to check it out.
Look at the stream now. So I made a teeny tiny central transparent.
Oh, there you go.
I can arrange it and put that more in the corner, but that looks good, right?
What's that?
That looks fantastic.
Inside of, so this is, quick, I can show you this. So this is.
Oh, I'm impressed. That's nice and clear too.
And whatever it is, it's streaming it out. Right. And then this is the web GUI for that box. So there's barely anything in it. The media you can pick and set the stream. So I just set it to 1080p, 6 meg stream. But you can do 3 streams. So we could stream other ones also, but YouTube handles this deal for us, so we don't have to. If you wanted to use the line-in audio, here's my channel. And then I have a PNG logo. I don't know if it's an old Apple. It's not. That was my first Apple one. They put the little Apple logo. But then I can pick the coordinates of where it is and hit apply. And that's it. I was doing this thing too. You can just type in random text. And have the same kind of coordinates and hit apply, and it will just overlay text.
Okay.
It's like for the songs. If you were really on it and you had somebody standing right here with it, ready to go, copying and pasting it, you could hit apply and do that, but it's not super ideal, but you could. I mean, that could be an option if you just want that. I mean, that's text. You could write a paragraph and place it on the screen.
Have it do the, what do they call that when they put the,
So this is drawn from.
I uploaded. I created, downloaded the central logo and scaled it a little smaller, and then uploaded it.
Okay.
And it's already there.
if you're interested, before I forget, I got a note from Michael, I think it's Michael Holman at Zion, who, along with Mark Mail at Zion, are interested in streaming at Zion. Mark had I talked to him at the thing here, and Michael said, I'd like to see what you got there. Can we get together sometime and show me what you got there? Because they had gone to Sweetwater and asked them for some ideas on what it would cost, and they got a quote of $30,000 to start streaming.
I'm moving the logo down just a little bit.
Yeah.
That's pretty good left and right, right?
So I did tell Mr. Holman that we were streaming tomorrow night, and if he wanted
Who's
to,
Mr. Holman? That was another pen.
he's one of the 2 guys at Zion that's interested in streaming there, whose aunt used to teach here,
Wow, look at how professional.
and she ruined our whole health system here. Because up until, 6-8 years ago, the school board had promised they would cover our health insurance for the rest of our life. Well, Mrs. Holman was the one that ruined it because she lived to be 104.
No, it'll do it. It's too long.
And that's right when people were starting to retire here.
I don't want to do that.
And Dave Heine, I still blame him for the whole thing. He says, we just can't do that. Fiscally, we can't do that anymore.
Look at how impressive this looks now. The central Lutheran thing?
That looks good. I mean, it's so nice and clear.
Yeah, because it's a PNG. So with the text, I mean, we could figure out the placement of that and kind of have an idea of do you know all the songs and titles and things?
I don't even know if she's going to. Yeah, the songs are down there.
Because say you had it all organized and you had like a text file with, here's the paragraph for this song, here's the next one, here's the next one. It was all ready, and you even like placed it to make sure it fits and looks good.
Just copy and paste.
You could do that. I mean,
And we had another 2 weeks before we were going to do this.
Well, sure, and they knew exactly what they were playing and had it all prepped ahead of time. That would work fine. I mean, did you show them the thing about the picture-in-picture over here?
Oh, you know about that. We've used that.
Because picture-in-picture, what they used to do, or they might still do on like scoreboards of a basketball game, they'll have the camera zoomed way in and then just overlay
on
it.
the scoreboard.
You'll see it move sometimes. So you guys could do kind of the same thing. It's pretty small.
Yeah.
That'd be a sort of simple way to solve that. It would always have to be overlaid.
John, you're starting to scare me because you're starting to think the same way I do about all the future possibilities, which you used to get on my case about, well, you first have to plan this, and then you have to plan that.
That's called planning. Thinking about the future.
I know, see, I do that all the time.
I do that. You don't.
Yes, I do.
No. You're like, let's wiggle it and buy some random thing for $300 and see if it works.
No, the old thing was just $100.
What?
That was rather than the switch or anything like that.
Oh, your
computer.
USB adapter thing?
Whatever.
Oh, so yeah, just quick major differences between that. With that USB thing, it has to capture, process, transcode, and stream it out over the wireless.
On your computer.
On whatever computer you're on.
Yeah.
So it's very dependent on it, and it's pretty processor intensive depending on how it's scaled. Whereas this is doing all that goofy scaling stuff. And like I can close this and it'll keep streaming. You can close that one, it'll keep streaming. You won't be able to see that it's still streaming. But this, like all I'm doing is managing the web GUI of it. And I don't even need reliable internet. I can be doing whatever we need. I'm just altering the stream.
And if you ever want to use a fast, cool computer that you don't have to worry seriously, it's sitting right there and it's
Getting a lot of use.
well, I just got it 2 days ago.
Well, you should
And you're plugging into this thing.
You should buy it. Yeah, why are you? Oh, because you couldn't get on the internet there.
Oh, it's the dongle.
It's the dongle.
You need to get a new dongle.
The only dongle I
you don't have
have.
a VGA one?
I don't know. It's one of those triple. And I was wondering, do you know that it's the one that has 3 different things on it? USB, HDMI, and then the other one. Can you use 2 of those simultaneously?
Sure.
You think so?
Yeah.
All 3 of
It'd
them?
be really weird not to. I would think that would be crazy if it didn't work that way.
Okay, I
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I mean, it is Apple.
It is Apple, but there'd be so many people complaining about it. Because that cost a lot. Didn't that one cost a lot more?
$75, I think, or something like that.
Even if it's at least 2 of those things at once, that'd be
Well, the
makes
USB is
sense.
the same kind of USB. So
It's the
not
old
just the
old
not-
USB.
Wait, is it the old USB?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought it was new USB.
it's on the dongle. There is an old USB
for your new
and an HDMI and a
VGA.
new USB 2 or whatever it is. What's the new 3?
Or
so-
is it C?
That's the same.
Is it
yeah,
the rounded
USB-C.
one?
Those are
Yeah.
the same, synonymous, at least as far as.
And there are 4 ports on it. Now, are some of those just video?
No, they're all the same, and that charges it too.
Right.
So you can charge it on any of those.
And all I got the computer, I got the square charger thing,
in one.
and one cord that's the same on both ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you're the one that dove into that. I warned you.
Hey, John, I've been thinking about it since before Christmas.
Hey, we just chatted.
And my goal was, when I got my tax return, if it was enough, I'd buy it. So I did. What time is it getting to be?
8 o'clock.
Oh, I don't know. I had this cold. I'm wiped out.
They'll do that.
So we're good on this. Any other testing we need to do?
I think we're in great here.
What time do you want me to show up tomorrow?
Well, the whole affair starts at 7.
Do you have the pictures and stuff that you were talking about, overlays?
No.
But you'll have that beforehand?
Well, she said she would get them, although she said before that she didn't even come to school today, did she? Oh, okay. She had a kid that was sick. Yeah, see you. Thanks for stopping by. So I'm going to quit everything here. because I'm down to 8%.
Can you flip the video back to the other one? To this camera? Oh, this is on the dive.
That's the one that died.
This is the other one. I just want to see the quality. It's so dim, so it looks kind of, not super great. Because the background is funny and whatever.
And I can shut this down, right?
Yep.
Oh, I'm shutting this down, and you still want me to leave the switch on, right?
Well, this is way more than 10 seconds.
Well, that's okay. We got a couple old people at home that are a little slow. You got your phone up here yet, in case you didn't remember.
It looks pretty good. I can look into the YouTube settings a little bit more, but I think we'll be good for it for now. So that's pretty good detail, don't you think?
I expanded it out full screen too, and I was impressed.
I can't believe how awesome that picture looks, the overlay.
Yes, I'm impressed that it's
white too. Like, say it was black, oh, I'd have to go through the process of figuring out how to make it
right.
black.
I tried a little bit of that.
So, okay. So the way to stop all this stuff, in case you try to do it next time, we have to go through this mess. I mean, you could either like unplug it or.
Well, the next thing I would foresee would be graduation.
Okay.
All right, so it's okay if I shut this whole mess